Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him in. Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
So we've got some showers around here today, but after today, Mike, we're good right through the weekend.
Yeah, until Monday when the heat comes back.
Yeah, but still, we're going to have a nice run of weather, and thank God we're not in Hawaii. That's right. Imagine all those people that went on vacation in Hawaii this week.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
You got to deal with the hurricane. That's all.
That's life.
That's right. So the Yankees fell apart last night defensively once again, giving up 5 runs in 1 inning.
More than defensively, the pitcher got lit up. Lance Lynn showed up last night. That's the Lance Lynn I know that pitched in Minnesota.
They let him in 1 inning too much. He was fine.
You know.
They did.
It's easy to say now.
No, they did. They tried to protect their bullpen, and then they made a mistake.
Why would you protect the bullpen when you got 9 guys sitting in it?
Because they just didn't. They would let him go 1 inning too long.
Because Aaron Boone is a boob. That's why.
I don't disagree with that. But all I'm saying is he got lit up in that 1 inning. That's it, really.
So they went down to Miami and should have got swept. There's no way that the Yankees should have won the game 1. Mattingly gift wrapped that for them. And then last night they get spanked by Miami, a team that's 26 games under 500. So not a good road trip for the Yankees. Boston won yesterday. They finally woke up. They beat Cleveland 10-4. So the Yankees lose a game there. Then they were lucky, though, because I think both Oakland and Seattle got beat. Oakland got beat by Texas yesterday 4-2, and Houston beat up on Seattle 10-7. So they didn't lose any ground in the wild card. And with the 10-7 win, Houston is back in first place in that Western Division.
All right. So what did the Mets do yesterday? Did they play?
The Mets won, too.
Yeah, all right.
The Mets beat San Francisco 5-3.
Break up the Mets. Well,
hey, they're winning games.
They are. You can't argue with that. All right. Where else are we going in sports? Is there anything else?
Yeah. How many lives does Urban Meyer have?
I was going to bring that up. I mean, he gets a 3-game suspension.
That's ridiculous. 3 games.
And they have.
How about you're fired?
And they have the emails to prove that he knew. Unlike Joe Paterno, who got fired and who got to be. They had the emails. They had everything to prove that Urban Meyer was in on this.
Yep. That just goes to show you they protect who they want to protect, and for whatever reason they want to protect Urban Meyer, who's a guy that has a long history of a shady past. Unlike Joe Paterno, you got to remember all the incidents that took place when Meyer was at Florida, and I guess by the grace of God, his heart healed because he never had any procedures, and he left because he had a bad heart, and now he's in Ohio, and this takes place. Maybe what meant by a bad heart was that it was an evil heart. Mm-hmm. So, Urban Meyer keeps his job. That's a joke.
Yeah, it's disgraceful is what it is. Not even a joke. It's just plain disgraceful.
So I hope Ohio State goes 0-11 this year, but that won't happen.
All right. So how did your pick do yesterday?
We didn't run. We got rained out. Odd stuff. The couple of early races on the turf got taken off, and the later races stayed on, probably because they were better races. But they stayed on, and both of those I picked winners in my pocket. So that's the way it goes. I mean, who knew which one was going to come off?
All right. You got some picks for us for today?
I got one. Sure. Third race today. 6 furlongs, maiden 50,000 claimer. The 6 horse, Not That Brady. This horse is by a mare named Lisa's Booby Trap, who was a very good horse in her own right. She raced, I think, 16 times and won 10. A couple of them did come up at Saratoga. Horse is training very well for a first-time start by George Weaver. Gets Caramouche up, who's a good speed rider, and I'm expecting speed from this horse. Not That Brady's our pick of the day. The 6 horse in the third race today up at Saratoga.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we want to talk about in sports.
Well, the draw for Saratoga's come out for the Travers.
That's right, the
They
Travers.
picked the rest of the cards Travers weekend, so we'll have a bunch of races to pick tomorrow. So we'll spend most of our time with that. And November 23rd. Very big racing day. Big races at Churchill Downs, big races at Del Mar and whatnot, and also I'm very glad there's a lot of good races that day, so I'm not forced to watch this Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods pay-per-view $9 million match. Pay-per-view. That's going to be a bust.
Well, it's not going to be a bust. You know why?
Who's going to pay to watch that?
Phil Mickelson's fans.
Pay-per-view. You have to pay to watch it.
I know. Phil Mickelson's fans and Tiger Woods fans will.
Oh, there should be at least a dozen people in.
They will. They'll do. And believe you me, it's already underwritten by all these big businesses. It's sports entertainment now. Don't you long for the days of the old days of ESPN when sports was on sports?
No, I long for the days of Channel 11 and Channel 9 when they had the Yankees and the Mets on and they talked about the game and not everything else that was going on. ESPN, for the pretty most part, has been a bust.
Yeah.
Once they got their contracts for the big sports, they put their political opinions out there more so than what sports was about.
Well, anyways, there you go.
But yeah, I'm furthest thing from my TV set that weekend will be that bogus match.
Come on, you don't want to see two 40-year-old guys going at it? Well,
nah, it's golf. I wouldn't care if there were girls playing in bikinis. I wouldn't be watching it.
All right. Well, you know what? I didn't even know about it until I saw it today. I didn't even.
I heard about it 2 months ago. It's a joke. Oh, one other big sporting event. Staten Island got whomped last night.
Well, in the World Series?
Yep, Hawaii took care of business against them. There was a lot of tears in Staten Island's backyard last night. So they get to play again today. They play I don't know who they play. They might be playing Georgia or somebody. And then the winner of that game gets to play Hawaii for the championship, which I don't believe is correct. I don't think it should be that way. Hawaii's in a championship game undefeated, and then they're playing somebody that already lost, and whoever wins that game wins the championship. So they're not given the opportunity to come back if they lose. So, but after watching Hawaii dismantle Staten Island yesterday, I think pretty much, although Hawaii's getting a hurricane, they'll win the World Series championship, at least for the United States.
All right, so then Mike was a happy guy yesterday. Staten Island lost and the Yankees
Staten Island lost, the Yankees lost. Everything with that NY symbol took a nosedive yesterday, except for the Mets, and I feel sorry for the Mets, so let them win.
All right, I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye-bye. Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning here on The Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.